Episode 269, Padawan Money Mistakes.
You're listening to the very best podcast in the world on health, wealth, and happiness. Please remember to leave a review and share with all your friends and family. And here is your host, Lars Hilser.
And we're almost down another week. Welcome to the very best podcast in the world, your only source in the universe for personal supremacy through health, wealth, and happiness. Now, I made this episode because I just recently came across some of my historic failures, which were beginners' failures that a lot of people make. And I was reminded by them by a book review of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad thing. From the synopsis that I heard, it's definitely worth reading. I won't have the time in the foreseeable future, which brings us pretty much to our daily housekeeping. Item number one of which is, as always, sharing is caring, because if you don't share this content, I need you to imagine the cutest little kitten that you can imagine, and that God is going to send that kitten to hell if you don't share this content. Well, actually, it's more like people are getting wallet raped if you don't, because the same content you get here for free is offered elsewhere for, obscene amounts of money, and with the encouragement to max out your credit card to get your next fix until you're totally broke, can't afford the next training session or whatever, while the wallet rapist drives off in his Bentley, sounding the horn, meep, meep, and sticking you the middle finger. Well, those people who you share the content to won't. Well, there you go. Item number two, views as always my own, yada yada, don't reflect any blah, 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 blah. Item number three, construction remodeling mode, still ongoing, settling down. But still, episodes are going to be a bit more concise in the foreseeable future until probably Christmas or whatever, until this whole insanity stops. So, what are a few of these mistakes? Well, I found quite a few that, people were discussing about, and, stuff that I got sent based mainly upon the episode 40, the financial freedom exercise, where people were like, I wasted so much money on this, that, and the other. And some of these are in there, as well as some other internet research that I did. And these are the Padawan money mistakes a lot of young folks make. So, student loan, number one, no, that shall not discourage you from going to college or university. That if that's your thing, do it. It's just a matter of fact that a lot of people who made it in life didn't do so because they had a college degree. It just makes shit easier because you don't need to explain yourself. You've got a sheet of paper where it says that you are capable. Most of the people that I worked with, with all their flashy 3-letter abbreviations or 2-letter abbreviations or whatever, they weren't the brightest stars in the sky, let's put it that way. And the people that I worked with and that I surround myself with are all really made from scratch, self-taught, self-educated kind of persons. And they are, because of the struggle that they went through, they had to bite their way through their careers to rise to where they are today, rather than waving a sheet of paper and immediately making, decent amounts of money. Let's call it that. So anyhow, student loans are really an issue, and they're starting to become an issue worldwide. Personally, I have the opinion, and opinions are like assholes, I know, but, that everybody's got one. But my opinion is that education should be free for everyone, to give everyone equal chances. But that's a whole different story. Next item is frequent dates. That's what a lot of young people do, with the hormones running amok. Dates are really a thing. Not only, and a lot of times, sorry, I bumped the microphone scratching my nose. Not only are they a thing, because the hormones are running amok. It's just, you want to hang out with people and, you want to get to meet new people. And if you do it too frequently and you're not really serious about it, there's really no point in actually doing it. If you're not ready to commit to something, there are easier ways to get laid. But the dating thing is really something that costs shitloads of money. And from my experience, and without wanting to sound cheap, it's totally fun to, cook a meal together at home and enjoy it together and really have conversation during the process and, that whole ordeal. Just, to give you alternatives. Now, what really a lot of young people sink a lot of money into are cars, impressive cars. And here's the thing, you roll that thing off the dealership and immediately, the value is cut by 25 to 50%, depending on what you buy. So it's the shittiest investment that you can actually make. You could have, a lot of you out there, buy your impressive cars on a loan, perhaps. And just an idea, maybe that would be better invested in an apartment that you purchase, which you can later rent out, just a hint. So, that being said, showing off, I think, goes in line with the impressive new car, and yeah, it's a status symbol. Get it, totally. But, status symbol can be a house or an apartment too, and it'll be a bit more low key. Then there are no budgeting and no savings. I'm going to put these together just for time purposes. So no budgeting, meaning that, your money comes in and you kind of live through the month. And then at the end of the month, there is no money left. And that's kind of like a wastage principle where you just spill out the money as it comes in without putting anything aside. That's where we get to the savings thing, right? And the savings thing is just crucial because if you want to make the next step, and you want to buy an apartment, you want to buy a house or, whatever it is at the end of the day, the bank's going to ask you for, 20% down. And where are you going to get that from? Just saying. Dining out is another thing that came up quite frequently. And as someone who is totally passionate about cooking, and for whom it is a totally meditative experience, I've never really understood the principle of dining out. Yeah, there's good food, there's good ideas that you can get, but you can save shitloads of money while, having this meditative experience, listening to a podcast and, just cooking for yourself. I know that in a lot of places and with this whole I'm totally busy thing, it doesn't appear to make sense, but think a little bit of the stuff that you put inside your body, because in a lot of restaurants, you don't know what you're eating and you have not seen the kitchen that it was prepared in. Trust me. So in that sense, those were 7 items, a lot of which I put together just for the sake of shortness, but I think it proves a point to be more aware about your spending and to be more aware of the steps that you want to make in the future and how you position yourself, most importantly, right now, and how disciplined you are about, keeping your greenbacks together. And at the end of the day, being able to invest them more wisely than short-term fun, a lot of which these examples that I just outlined really display. So in that sense, I hope you have had a good Thursday already, or ahead of you, the good Thursday. And hope that we'll be back in touch tomorrow when we're going to talk about mindset again on Exercise Friday. Stay safe, folks, and we'll be in touch tomorrow. Bye now.